Hey everybody, my name is Sang and I am Altaholic. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to discuss two different topics. The first one will be about having multiple servers, and the second one will be about Halloween, the Halloween event. I should have touched on this earlier. I just had a really busy week or so, last couple weeks actually. A lot of time at work, so I haven't had time to really make a video. But anyway, so the issue, well, I didn't realize a lot of people are probably not aware of this. You might have a VM or you might have another computer with two different versions of your EQEMU server, and you don't want to have to make two different host files to connect to the individual servers, right? So you want to basically go to like you do on live. You open up your EverQuest game, and you can see the different servers you can go to, and you can pick whatever server you want to log into and play your characters, right? So in my case, I have two servers. I have one that is my fast-paced server and one's going to be my slow-paced server. My fast-paced server is going to be my studio where I do video and fast production type stuff, maybe how-to guides, and then my other one will be one I play on that's more slower pace, and I don't want to be automatically level 65. So let me show you guys how to do that real quick. Really simple. It can be more complex, but I'm doing, only thing I changed is just my login server. So let's go ahead and switch real quick. All right, so right now I have my my regular server down, and I have them saved up here on my tab. Hope you guys can see my screen okay. I zoomed in a little bit. All right, so these are my two servers right here, right? This is my main server, and it is 192.168.107. I'm using this one as my main server, and my second server, this is the same name is Whisper Server Slow, which I'll show you here. There, right here, Whisper Server 2, actually, Slow. So that's my server here, right? So, like I said, 192.168.107 is the IP address of my main server. What I do on my second server is change the login server to go to my first server, 192.168.168.107. Keep the port, everything else should be the same. Regular login server, I kept that there. Login server 2 is the server IP address of my second server. So 192.168.168.123. And again, I zoomed in my screen. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. I don't think this makes a difference, but I kept it there just in case because it's supposed to have its own login server. And these are all stay the same. So only login server 1 is my original server. Login server 2 is the new server, aka the slow server. So that way when I log in, you'll see two different servers. And I'll show you guys that here in a minute. All right, next topic is Halloween. All right, so I have my main server down intentionally. What I'm gonna do is activate Halloween on it, right? So what we're gonna do is go ahead and switch over to Beehive. I'm using Beekeeper. Matter of fact, let me show you this real quick. I had to look these up. So I'm on Linux, so I gotta remember what's out there for Windows so I can kind of talk you guys through it. I don't mess with Windows too much. I've said this before, but I just want to show you guys different options. So on Linux, I've used, these are ones that are available for Windows as well. So I use dbeaver. I used that one before, only one time, and I uninstalled it and I went to Squirrel SQL client. This is the one I think I've shown this one before in my video, in one of my videos, real quick. I use this one. This one's a little bit more intimidating, but they all do the same thing. Right now I'm using Beekeeper. It's a lot more, the UI looks a lot more friendlier, a little more bubbly, and I don't know, it's not as intimidating. So that's what I'm using right now. So everything I'm showing you is from that perspective, but it'll be the same concept regardless of which SQL Server client you use. So that being said, let's go ahead and move forward. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and open up Beekeeper. Yeah, right here. All right, I already have my server up. I added it already, but so when you pull up Beekeeper, it came up with that window. Let me show it again. And I'll close that. Sorry, it's like I'm rushing. I have a lot I want to talk about, and I don't want to talk too much. So when it comes up, it has this, right? And you can go ahead and hit the drop down. Go ahead and hit MariaDB. because that's what it says on our Spire, right? MariaDB, and I'll show you from here. And I got MariaDB here. Under host, you're gonna put the IP address of your main server. Now, obviously for your second server, if you have a second server, you do the exact same thing on this one. Put the IP address of that server. Still MariaDB. The port should automatically be there because it's MariaDB, so 3306. So in this case, we're going to my main server, we're gonna make adjustments there. So it's 192.168.68.107, port's 3306, your username is EQEMU, and your password. Now, let me go back here so I can show you. Switch desktops again. All right, when we find this information here, we go into database. Database config, right here. Database name, EQEMU. Password, you're going to show. And copy that. Control C. And remember MariaDB, all your information you need is right here. This is the database we're going to mess with, PEQ. So now switch back over. All right, that's the password I put in here. You can hit the test. It'll show you all good connection. Okay, you can name it here so you remember what it is when it comes up here on the left. So mine's Whisper Server. You can color code it and hit save. That's pretty much it. So when that's done, hit connect. What? Did I mess up something? Like that. I don't like that thing being there. Let me. Oh, that's okay. That's what it's. Never mind. That's my last time I pull it up. Don't worry about that. That's nothing. All right. All right. So at the very top, here's a blank here. At the very top, you want to make sure you go to PEQ. Remember, that's what I mentioned earlier. So hit PEQ, and then pull up your whole database here. Now, unless you know what you're doing, don't mess with a bunch of stuff in here. If you find something interesting, you might be able to make some adjustments and tweaks to your server through here. You can keep your server up and running, but I recommend, like I did, I turned off Spire, aka my server, and I make the adjustments and I start it all up. So now we're gonna run out to content flag. Content flags right here. Double click. It comes up. This is the one we want to adjust right here. PEQ Halloween, where it says enabled. 0 means off, 1 means on. So I double click that. Change this to 1. You don't have to double click, you just hit delete, but that's what I do. Hit it. Like I said, I like this because it actually has a little thing that says apply the changes. I think on Squirrel client, you have to right click it and say like edit tab or edit window or something like that. Make the adjustment, click out of it, and then right click it again and say stop editing or something like that. And it saves the changes. But if you're using that client, you'll have to figure that out. It's not difficult. It's just, I found it easier to use Beekeeper. So FYI, hit apply, and my changes are done. Hit file, disconnect. Now, if I'm using that wrong, that's my understanding. I can do it just like that. If I'm doing something wrong that might damage my server, let me know. But that seems to be working just fine. I don't think I'm doing nothing crazy. All right, let's close that. Let's go back over to my other desktop. All right, so now back here, we're gonna go ahead and start my server up. And there's a couple things I want to look for. And if you're paying attention here, you'll see different events and different things going on. Now, this is what you want to see right here. PEQ _ Halloween enabled. Normally it says disabled. Just like Frostfell, disabled. You can enable these the same way. So that's always to make sure that's working there. And then hit start. Yeah, let the server come up. While it's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my EverQuest client. All right, so there we go. Server's back up. And like I said, you have the server selection right here. My second server is going to my original server, and now I can access it. All right, so this is the one we just modified right here, Whisper Server. Go ahead and hit play. I got a bunch of characters on here. Just ignore that. I'm experimenting with different armor and then the bots and stuff like that. I'll try to do a video on bots and see how that works. All right, so here we go. Go into the game. And there you go. That's how you know it worked. See all the skeletons everywhere. And you see right here, this is not a character that's in the game. This is one I made, one of the NPCs I created. All the stuff I've been creating, I'm gonna start putting on this character. I moved some stuff here already, but not everything. But that was a whole mess, me doing that. But it was a mess using Copilot, and I didn't understand it enough to explain it to you guys. That's why I didn't do a video on it yet. So I'll try again later. But yeah. So that's how it's all set now. There's all your Halloween stuff. I did mess around and make sure that they're actually active and they weren't just standing here. I haven't talked to this guy before. It is okay. And I did notice I did a video earlier and I tried to do this. Just did it again. Oh no, it didn't. Yeah, I did. Okay. Earlier when I tried this morning. This NPC, the Druid Guildmaster, he was standing over here, and then the Halloween guy was standing over here. I don't know why, but they swapped around. But yeah, I did this quest earlier. You held him, and he wants you to go get. Well, I already got it earlier, but he wants you to go get the candy apples. I did that quest earlier. He gives you candy apple stuff, or he wants to get you some juice or whatever the hell it is. I'm tired, dude. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not much to it. And you can deactivate it just doing the opposite. Open up your SQL Server client, go back to content flags and change it from 1 to 0, and you deactivate it. And you can activate the next one, whatever you want to do. It's your server. Have fun. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions, any comments, any suggestions, please let me know in the comments. I appreciate the thumbs up, thumbs down. Now, thank you all you guys for subscribing. I do see you, and sorry if I don't always acknowledge it in my videos, but thank you guys. I'm starting to get a bigger audience. It actually makes me a little nervous. A lot of people paying attention to me talking, so it's good when I had 10 to 15 people, but now I got like 60 something. I appreciate all you guys for subscribing, but please like, please comment, and please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And hey, look at my my post tab. I put pictures over there, and I let you guys know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't do a whole bunch of stuff, but I let you know, hey, I got a video coming up, or I'm working on a stream or something. I try to use that community setting that they have on YouTube. I think you guys can start topics on there too. So if you have questions or you're stuck on something, go ahead and post on there. Obviously, people are coming to my channel and they're subscribing because they're interested on this topic. So you guys might actually have ideas that you guys can work on together, or maybe something I might know, I might be able to tune into, and maybe you can do a video about it. So if you'd like to see something yourself, let me know. Yeah, I have an IT background, but this whole running a server thing like this is all brand new to me. I'm figuring out as I go. I'm not a pro. So I appreciate any input. That's pretty much it. I don't want to rant. I want to make this a fast video, so I hope I didn't go too fast. I hope that was understandable, so you guys can comprehend what I was talking about. That's it. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.